Hello everybody and welcome back to another blind commentary of Parasyte the Maxim episode 21. As per usual, that's the outro. The series is reaching its end, but it's at the very highest climax of the story so far, and it's fantastic. I just couldn't wait. Usually I record 3 episodes per week, but this time I'm just recording probably the rest of the series in one huge bunch because I don't want to stop now. I don't want to stop at a moment where everything's uncertain, because I suppose you can understand. It's exciting. It's represented so freaking well, and it's just okay. It's not cliffhangers per se. Well, it is technically speaking cliffhangers, but they aren't. That's not the point, because I just want to see how this whole thing ends. So, yeah. Let's see how the operation is going on. They are just confronting the mayor, so I don't know how efficient he is at battles. It could very easily be that he has I doubt that there's more parasites in him, but there could be, so let's just get on with the show. Oh, come on, please. Please do not start with that message. I know I'm railing against it so hard, but everybody knows that humanity is terrifyingly powerful. We already know that. Please do not keep beating that drum. But of course they have to keep. That's kind of the main message, core message of the show. So it's understandable that they would have to beat that drum quite a bit more, but I hope that's not going to be the main focus. I really hope. Maybe it's just this could easily just be my own aversion to it, and because I really don't like that message, but whatever. It is that message. I hope it's only this speech, though, because if it's only this speech, I'm fine with this. This is something that was kind of heralded from the very beginning, so that message was obvious that it was going to come. But let's be real here. I've talked more than this. I've talked far more freaking idealistically than this, so it's not the end of the world to have this kind of, shall we say, message put in here. But, and you know, there are counter arguments to it, so it's, of course, there's no way this is going to go into any kind of philosophy about this and go into the arguments against and for the protection of nature and all that, but I mean, it's an interesting conversation, but this is neither the time nor the place for that conversation here. I mean, there are extremist humans that do believe in that in the same kind of outcome that the parasites that man believed, which is that humanity should be exterminated. But, you know, now's not the time to talk about that. Now it's time to watch some good old kick-ass action and some horror. Oh! Hello, Goto. Hello, Moto. Perhaps Tamura Reiko was trying to get the message across that Hirokawa is a human. That's most likely what she was trying to get across. But that mental mindset that Hirokawa had is certainly something that is certainly intriguing. I can believe it to be intriguing for parasites, considering how, well, different it is. How about a flamethrower? Just saying. that could be really effective against him. Like Mickey said, flamethrower could be really useful. Right! They allowed a murderer to gain access for firearms. Smooth! I mean, yeah, sure. There are ways there. Since Goto will be a problem, there are extreme measures to deal with him. Really extreme measures. And they can just use artillery shells to take him down eventually, so he's not going to be unkillable, but I do think that Miki and Shinichi are going to be the ones to take him down. Like a maelstrom of death! Oh, wow! That looked impressive, even if it was very well camouflaged and obscured. I was hoping that they would bring the heavy fiery, because when you fire grenades indoors, there's a certain effect called heavy salsa effect. Grenades are certainly going to be far more effective. I mean, if they just keep firing grenades and heavy artillery and just grenades and explosives and fire and all that, eventually that should wear him down. He's the apex predator. He is Goto. That's... Oh, the cinematography is fantastic. Well, this is exciting to say the least. What the hell kind of nightmare sequence is this? Maybe I should take a little break. No, we're just watching this to the end. That's a calm way to think about. Is Goto going to come? Yes, and soon. I know it. So we're going to die. Well, shit. That's... I mean, there's a reason why he's acting calm, but that's still unreasonably calm. Actually, Mickey has changed a lot. Mickey has changed so much. God damn. But even military is going to be pretty helpless against them. Maybe they could use the same trick as the Reiko, you know? Maybe they could hide parts of Mickey in somewhere and use those to attack him from all sides? Maybe attack him from inside? You never know. Mickey can detach himself quite efficiently, so... Hell if I know. Just... How are they going to do this? I have no clue. Jesus. Holy shit! How many times now have I said how much I love the expressions? Jesus. Oh my god! Goodness gracious, that's a good point. When Mickey is asleep, there is no way to tell when Goto will come. Just... that complete mental breakdown is just really quite fantastic to see, but it's also rather horrifying. Oh my god. I need to start spiking my drink. Just... this... just... While the series might not be yet completely just horror-centric, it certainly is horror by proxy. This is an interesting sensation. While I personally am not actually terrified or anything like that, the terror that Shinichi feels like by empathy, it actually is really effectively portrayed and makes it really quite a unique sensation, I must say. Damn, it's a unique sensation, I must say, and this complete mental breakdown of Shinichi is certainly... it's worth it. It's so freaking well done. Well, I mean, it was about time for this. And he's pushed to the sensation of death. So, you know, life's worth living. There might not be coming back after the next thing, that horrible thing that happens might be the final thing that happens. I wouldn't be it would be really interesting to have just Shinichi die and that be the ending of the series. Now, there's no way that'll happen. That would be far too sad of an ending, but that would be kind of funny ending. Funny, not, but you know. That was a good time to say that. That's... Sorry, but that's kind of... after sex, like, you know, they're pretty nice. You're okay. Goodness gracious me. I shouldn't be laughing at that. He's a man horrified to death. Okay. Okay, well, this episode wasn't as long as the previous ones, but... God damn it, it is good! It's fantastic. Just... oh boy. What is there to say? Oh, Hirakawa turned out to be human. That's surprising. There are people like him in reality who think humanity should be exterminated and should be controlled, and who think that, shall we say, an extreme form of population control is in order. So I don't find it that odd that he turned out to be human. And it makes sense what Tamura Reiko was trying to talk about, what she was trying to say about him. So, as that, I just loved it. It's done freaking well. I'm loving this. It's done fantastically well. Now, I'm just really loving this sensation that I'm getting. Like, through empathy, I can feel kind of Shinichi's horror. Now, this is an unorthodox form of horror, because usually horror is something rather visceral that is happening to you directly, and it's a feeling that you get directly. But now I'm getting it from Shinichi's point of view, and while I'm not completely empathetic to it, and it's not a horror that I personally could feel, and it's not the thoughts that he's feeling that I can empathize with, but I can see that horror that he's feeling, and it's so fantastically well presented that it's just getting me. It's a new sort of horror that I can feel, and I'm excited. It's something new that I haven't felt ever. So I'm just really happy about it. It's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, pretty kick-ass, pretty top-notch. I'm loving it so much. What else is there to say? Oh, of course, about Shinichi's mental breakdown, and his his mental breakdown in this episode was just absolutely golden. It was fantastically well done. It was just having him freak out completely, and for a surprisingly long period, it was just represented in such a good manner, and it was done so freaking well. I just loved that. It was such a good sequence. Such a freaking fantastic sequence. Why is this series so freaking good? Oh, goodness gracious. Depending on how this ends, this could very easily climb to the top 5 series I have seen. And at the very least, it's entertaining as all hell. It's a visceral sort of excitement that I get from this, just like seeing all of the screwed up things that this series goes. It's fantastic. It's exciting. That's to say the least. Good grief. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope to see you all in the future. Have a great day and stay awesome. Ganmu out. Thank you very much for watching.